Happy Friday, guys. I hope you're having a good start to your weekend. I want to start this video off by saying thank you. Thanks to everyone who's been watching, tagging along for the journey at the beginning of this YouTube channel. I know that for a lot of these videos, you've probably been thinking, wow, these topics are all over the place. This guy does not have anything coherent figured out. And you would be right in thinking that because I'm still figuring this channel out. I don't know what I'm good for. I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be talking about in a lot of these videos. And for that reason, I've just been documenting my journey through life. And that's really all that I can talk about. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm not a guru. I don't have good advice a lot of times. But I'm simply just saying the way that I see things, the way I think about them, and the way I handle some of my struggles. And I'm thankful that I have the small audience that I do right now because you guys really do give me a sense of motivation and a reason to continue posting these videos. And I really appreciate that. I want to say thank you. And going along with that, I know there's a lot of stuff that you could be watching instead. And I know that because I was just having a conversation with my friend Hannah, and we were saying that is exactly what we do when we're faced with boredom, when we're faced with the concept and prospect of sitting with our own mind in silence. It's something that we can't do and we're uncomfortable with. And I know a lot of you guys watching this are probably the same. Sitting by yourself and allowing your subconscious to guide your thinking is daunting. Because for me, if you guys are similar, you know this, it leads you into this negative thinking a lot of times, a lot of sadness. There's a lot of times where I'm thinking to myself, wow, could have done this, should have done that, I should be doing this, should be doing that, comparing myself, overanalyzing. The whole thing. And this isn't to say that this is always, but I would say 60% of the time, yeah, my subconscious is very critical of me. And it's true when they say that sometimes the hardest person to love is yourself because you know yourself the best. You know all of your flaws. You know where all the mistakes were made. And you know that you could have done better a lot. And that's just the reality that a lot of us live in. If you're a positive person, I am jealous because I'm a positive person around other people, but when I'm by myself, I am a critic. And that sucks. And for that reason, to circle back, I watch a lot of stuff. I go on my phone. I don't like to be faced with my thinking alone. So a lot of times, here I am on my phone, allowing it to do the thinking for me. Show me something to think about. Listen to a podcast and I can just tag along with their thoughts for a little bit. And it's kind of like this freeing feeling, this release, because then the burden of guiding your own thinking is suddenly released from you. But I don't think this is a long-term solution. I don't think that it is good for you in the long run. I think a lot of times what it actually does is become a crutch. You use that rather than facing and learning to deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with. And I don't think that's good. I don't think that is something that really resonates with me as a solution. Because you know what they say, when you have a problem, it's better to face it. If you don't face it, it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then at some point you're going to have to come one-on-one with that thing. And for me, that's my thinking. I need to start getting better at this, and recently I tried to do exactly that. I started this meditation practice every day in the morning. I would try and just sit there for 10 minutes in complete silence. And I would try and just shut my brain down and literally just meditate. And I think it took me 2 months before I finally was able to make it to the 10-minute mark uninterrupted by my thinking. And that is actually kind of embarrassing to admit that I can't even control my own mind for such a short amount of time. But I think that the phone is partially to blame for that. I think that this landscape we live in now is so overstimulating that when our brains are left to their own devices, they don't know what to do. They're thinking, wow, there's not enough dopamine here. There's not enough to think about. I'm just going to sporadically hit you with a ton of thoughts and see which one catches fire. And like I said earlier, for me, it's usually the negative, self-critical ones that do. And that's kind of annoying. That's all I got to say today. It's just a thought that I was having, unironically saying thought again. But yeah, it's just something that I'm dealing with. And if you guys are in the same boat, no, you're not alone. You're not the only one that has trouble sitting with yourself and just being calm. It's not easy, especially in today's day and age, but I hope that you guys have an easier time of it this weekend. I will see you tomorrow for Saturday. Catch you guys later.